We're 34 minutes from the Delaware Water Gap.
Water Gap. Yeah, we're pumped to be here at the Delaware Water Gap at Douglas Trailhead. Let's figure out where we are. We're at the Douglas parking area.
Can you point to it? We went twice as far on this path, which made me really happy.
Which is the most important thing.
Thank you.
So we hiked up on Douglas Trail, past or up to Sunfish Pond where we connected with the AT, and now we're hiking along the AT towards Catfish Fire Tower. Absolutely gorgeous at Sunfish Pond. And the weather today, pretty much ideal, perfect. About high 70s, very little humidity and a nice breeze. Just an overnighter, and out and back, we think it's going to be about, like 8 to 10 miles, something like that, out and back. 8 to 10 miles each way. So, a nice distance. We got started around about 11 a.m., 10:30, 11 a.m. It took us a little bit longer than we thought to get up here, but hit some traffic on 80. So we're hoping to get some really nice views up along Raccoon Ridge and off Rattlesnake Mountain.
I don't care about the views. I want to see more snakes.
That's right. We, or I should say Rachel, saw a snake. I saw the tail end of it. She heard it rattling from the left, right?
But it didn't have a rattler.
So probably was a diamondback, we think.
Yeah.
Probably not a timber rattler, but they still wagged her tail the same way. So maybe just heard it hitting the branches.
It was thick. But I knew where it was going, and it didn't pay any attention to me.
Yeah, so.
I also saw 2 frogs.
So a lot of wildlife this trip.
And this is where we're camping tonight. Not a bad spot.
Not a bad spot. I mean, it'll cook faster, obviously, if we heat it up, but it's all right.
Darker and longer like human poop, but it has berries in it. Oh yeah. Take it off. Bye-bye, awesome campsite.
Bye-bye, awesome campsite. We are up on the top, or almost to the top, of Catfish Fire Tower, and it's a beautiful day. And our plan is to probably have a little breakfast here after packing up just a mile away.
Oh, I thought we were going to the Mohican Center for breakfast.
Oh yeah, well we can do that too. I don't know, we'll have something to make bite to eat and then head back. Rachel, where are we?
This is the trail. It's the Garvey Trail.
How did you find it?
Well, I used my excellent navigational skills.
Did you?
Yep.
Thank God.
This way, Dave.
Thank goodness you're here. Garvey Spring.
This trail's like, why even bother? There's nothing to look at but ferns. And it's straight down. Made it. We made it. Dave. 1, 2, 3. We made it.
Recap on our overnight. We parked in Douglas parking lot over the Delaware Water Gap by Worthington State Forest, and went up Douglas Trail, went up and took that to the AT, and
we walked past Sunfish
Pond, walked around Sunfish Pond over
we
to
saw a snake there.
So Rachel saw a snake. Rattlesnake. We think a rattlesnake.
It probably wasn't a rattlesnake. It was huge. It was huge and black, and it didn't have a rattler, but it made a rattling sound.
Okay. Walked over to Raccoon Ridge, where we saw a bunch of birders, and then we continued on, got to Mohican Trail Center, or Mohican Center. Mm-hmm. We got some soda. We got a Cherry Coke. Refilled our water bottles.
Yep.
Yeah.
They had a spout. We used their porta potties.
We
had some snacks.
And then continued on up the AT towards Catfish Tower. Had a beautiful campsite overlooking New Jersey.
Yeah, it was gorgeous.
Then the next morning, we got up and we walked over to Catfish Tower. Got some views from the tower. It was beautiful and clear. We could see for miles. Then we hiked back and took a trail. We cut off the AT and took a trail back down to Mohican. Do you remember what it was called?
It was an orange trail.
Rattlesnake Swamp Connector Trail is what we took. Down to the Mohican Center again. We were thinking about getting breakfast down there, but it didn't look too
There was
appealing.
no one sitting in the cafeteria area. There were salt and pepper shakers, but that was the only indication that they might serve food there, because it didn't smell like food, it didn't smell like coffee, and we couldn't see a kitchen.
Yeah.
You can edit this part out too.
We ended up seeing, both on the way in and the way out, we saw a couple southbound hikers, flip-floppers. So people are still doing the trail.
We met a guy named Solo and another guy named Woodford. And Woodford actually gave us a recommendation for the campsite that we stayed at. And it was gorgeous.
Absolutely
really
gorgeous.
Glad that we
a little
stayed there.
slanted, but gorgeous.
Yeah.
And so we hiked over to Raccoon Ridge again. Again, people are looking at eagles over there. We didn't see any, but I will take their word for it.
I don't. I wanted to see an eagle.
Yeah.
There weren't any.
You don't take their word for it?
No.
We ended the trip with going down the Garvey Trail, the Garvey Spring Trail, which was super steep and rocky and not super enjoyable to go down.
No, it was only ferns.
It was shorter than going on the Douglas Trail, which was about 3 some odd miles, and this is 1.2. But we're back, and now we're gonna go try to get some food and probably some beer.
Yeah. And the only rattlesnake we ended up seeing was dead over by the bathroom here in the park.